Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome inside a midweek edition of the Tall Can Audio Podcast, coming to you from the TCA studio in beautiful Bytown, Canada. As always, Matt Robinson over here, joined by our buddy today, Ian McMartin from the WHIPR SNAPR Brewing Company. What's happening, man?
Hey, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Glad you were able to make it in.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
I know it's a busy time of year for you.
It is, yeah. We got lots of things going on, and it just got away from me today.
Well, no, that's the good listener has no idea, right?
Yeah.
So you've outed yourself, Matt, for those reasons.
Right? Nobody cares.
You have arrived and you've brought beer as always, so why don't we start there? Look at this guy. He's been here a time or two. He knows what's up.
But while I'm pouring this, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
When exactly did you get Nickelback to record that intro for you?
It does sound a little Nickelback-ish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Little Theory of a Dead Man, a little Creed. They were all kind of the same at the same.
That's not. None of that's good.
Theory of a Nickel Creed. Yeah. No.
Well, we'll see if this is any good here.
It almost always is, Matt. I don't know why I said almost. I can't remember you ever handed me a really bad beer.
No, I remember when you did say that I gave you
there was one.
Because I gave you a partial can.
It wasn't a bad beer. It was a limited portion. That's right.
Yeah.
I gave you hell, and then you explained to me it wasn't even fucking ready. I was trying to be a good guy, and I ripped you for it. So.
It's okay. That leads into the I didn't bring blueberry pancakes today because it wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And if I had brought it, it would have been partially ready, and then you would have ripped on it.
Yeah, but at least you would have been here to defend yourself this time.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But I will bring you some.
Beauty.
Because it's coming out next week.
What are we having today?
We're going to have a coffee IPA.
See,
yeah.
You had on your Instagram. Mm-hmm. What is the handle? What is it with you people? None of these breweries know their own social media
WHIPR Brew
handle.
is my handle. That's
okay.
what it is. But you can never spell it, so
that's right.
I'd have to.
Well, we'll make sure that's readily available in the show notes.
Yeah, just tag it.
I think one of the last times you were in here, one of the first times you were in here, I can't remember. I even teed up Ian from the WHIPR, and you had to message me that's not how you spell this.
I don't do myself any favors whatsoever in this. Yeah.
No, I get that.
I'm trying to be clever, and it's a lot about the domain, right? So if you don't have the right domain name, you have to do certain things. So instead of having the whole thing, and it's a really long name, so I dropped the vowels, dropped a couple of P's and stuff like that. So it's phonetically correct.
Sure.
But nobody knows how to spell it. Literally nobody spells it correctly. So it doesn't help our situation in terms of people finding us.
Well, I've said it on the show before, man. If I had it to do over again, there's not a chance in hell I would ever name this show Tall Can Audio. And it's not because people can't spell it. They're fairly small words. But it doesn't tell anybody what the hell's going on in this show.
And you do short cans at times.
If we have to, yeah. But in terms of people being able to find it or know what to search for or know what they're getting into, we'd have been better off to just call it the Ottawa Sports and Beer Show and make it foolproof.
Just make it super obvious. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So
massive layup.
But you put on your Instagram, that's why I was asking for your social handle, a video just on Wednesday talking about this beer that we're trying, a coffee IPA. Have you done this before? I feel like you've done this once before.
We've done coffee IPAs many times before.
Okay.
Not a crap ton, but a decent amount of times. Because and I call this a few of my favorite things, because coffees and beers are a few of my favorite things. So what we do in this situation is
smell the coffee coming off.
It does. Nice. It's fantastic. And we collabed with Café International, and they're on Boyd. Ottawa Roasters. They do beans for everything, and they make some great stuff. And this, so we make the beer, cold crash it, and then we add the...
What does that mean, cold crash it?
So it's, during fermentation's around 20 degrees Celsius, that kind of thing. And then we cold crash it to drop all the proteins and hop bits and stuff like that out of it so it clarifies.
Okay.
And when we cold crash it, we can then add the coffee to it. So we get them to do a nice coarse grind. We bag it, and then we put it in the fermenter. We put the beer into it, and it's like a cold brewed coffee at that point. And so we leave it on there for 24 to 48 hours, and it's, the time's going. And then we package it up, and it has this really, really nice flavor to it, a really interesting coffee flavor that you don't necessarily get from hot brewing, but it's got such great flavor.
It really does. This has... I would say on the first pull, I got way more coffee than I did IPA. Mm-hmm. On the second one, I don't know if I was just paying a little more attention. The IPA is there, and it's almost like right behind the coffee. Like it's not on the back end of the palate or anything like that. It's kind of right there. But I do find the coffee comes first, certainly when you get the scent as you're pulling it up. And then, it's pretty nice, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And the purpose is to really drive home that coffee flavor. You can get sort of IPA flavors all over the place.
Yes.
This is primarily a coffee beer that is done in an IPA format.
Okay.
And we don't overbitter it because the coffee's going to have a little bit of bitterness, but not much because it is cold brewed. And it's not overly hopped, so it's not like a Citra Bomb or something like that. It's all about really the coffee.
I don't know how many coffee IPAs I've had. It's not many.
Not many.
But no.
I don't know that I've seen any other than ours.
Okay, so if it was you the last time, I think I might have only ever had one. This one has more of a coffee presence than whatever the last one was I tried.
Well, and it's been a while since we did it. So when they asked how much do you need, I said 10 pounds. And completely guessing. I couldn't remember exactly, and my notes are so old that may or may not be relevant. So it's like, about 10 pounds should do it. And then you basically go and you're tasting it along the way and saying, okay, it's time to package now.
Right.
Like get it out before it goes too far.
So it's available now at the brewery?
It is available now at the brewery, and we're actually selling the coffee beans as well.
Oh, wow.
That are associated with it. So the beans themselves have this really nice blueberry note to them when you're smelling them, when you grind it, when you brew it. As a hot coffee, but it's really nice. It has a nice sort of cooked blueberry aroma to it. It doesn't have this overly blueberry flavor to it, but it has a really nice smell to it, and it's quite nice.
Okay. As you know, I'm not much of a coffee guy unless it's in a beer, but most
you'll suffer through this.
100%, man. No, coffee stouts, coffee IPAs. Now, anything for whatever reason. And honestly, when I wake up, especially at the family cottage, if it's been a late night. When I wake up in the morning, like even the smell of coffee,
man,
I find it smells awesome, but I just don't enjoy it. I don't want it when I get there.
I really love it so much.
Yeah, well,
and I'll have it all day long too. I'll literally drink it until later in the day. I can fall asleep with coffee. It's fine. It's great.
Hot cup in one hand, cold glass in the other hand. Just a few of your favorite things.
And that's exactly it. So my wife and I, Sarah, when we were going to school up in North Bay, we would sit at Greco's. For anybody that knows North Bay, Greco's is the local haunt that we'd hang out with.
Okay.
And you would just order coffee and beer, and you'd have a coffee in one hand and a beer in the other, and just
that sounds like North
go
Bay.
Until 10, 11 o'clock at night. And then, And then you go off and do other things. But
sure, because you've had coffee until 11 o'clock at night, and you're not going to bed.
11 o'clock at night, and you're ready to go.
That's right. Tell me a little bit about, first of all, what is the percentage on this one? I don't think we...
So I was hoping for it to be 5-ish, and it ended up being 6.5-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's just the way it comes out. You sort of have a loose goal to shoot for? Or?
Yeah, you have a goal to shoot for. And because I do a lot of different things, I have to do the labels ahead of time. And so I did the labels way before I brewed the damn thing. And I did a really efficient brew day, and it fermented out entirely. So it's super dry, which is really nice.
Yes.
But it went from a 5.5 to a 6.5. So yeah,
put little stickers on each ear.
Nobody's disappointed.
Nobody seems to be complaining. No. I'm enjoying this one quite a bit. Like you said, what else is? We got 2 other beers. We'll get to them here shortly. But outside of what we've got here in the studio, like I said, we'll get to in a moment. What else is going on around the brewery, man? What else are you cooking up right now? Because you mentioned a word. I don't know if you remember back in like Sesame Street or whatever. It was like the word of the day. No, it wasn't. It was Pee Wee Herman had the crazy word.
That's right, word of the day.
Yeah, and everybody goes crazy.
Yeah.
You mentioned blueberry a moment ago.
Blueberry pancakes.
And that has my attention.
Exactly, and it's a staple of ours in the springtime. Theoretically, when it actually gets to be springtime, and
are we doing that?
We
soon?
seem to be having 4th and 5th winters this week. But we will have blueberry pancakes coming out. Hopefully, it has to be next week. I was hoping to have it today, but it was a little bit late, and so we couldn't get it around to it. But I'll bring you some next week.
Sweet.
And it's juicy, it's delicious, it's mapley, and we do it at this time of year because it is, maple season.
Yep.
And we're doing a blueberry pancakes brunch on March 28th.
Oh yeah.
So that sort of leads into that. So the entire month of March. We do Canadian Cancer Society fundraising. So we have 1 beer called Carol Ann Irish Blonde, which goes really well at St. Patrick's Day too.
So that came, you sent a note out about that in your mailing list.
Yeah.
Tell us the story behind that one.
Right. So that's for my mom. So my mom passed 10, 15 years ago now. I can't even remember. And it's for her. She survived cancer for so long that even before I was born, she had it.
Oh, wow.
And managed to make it all the way until about 10, 15 years ago. I can't remember the date.
Fighter.
Yeah, exactly. And so we want to do what we can to support that cause. And Sarah actually lost her dad 2 years ago now. And so the day that Sarah lost her dad and my mom's birthday are March 1st.
Oh, wow.
Right. So we've been doing the Carol Ann beer for, I guess, 10 years now as a fundraiser, because we lost her just before we started the brewery about 12 years ago. So, yeah. And, yeah, we've been doing it as a fundraiser. So
for the Canadian Cancer Society.
Canadian Cancer Society, exactly. Yeah. We actually did a bingo yesterday for St. Patrick's Day, which is, of course, a normal thing to do. As a fundraiser.
Sure.
So, yeah, we're doing all sorts of different things this month. The special pizzas of the month are fundraising for Canadian Cancer Society as well.
What are they?
So one is the fire starter, and I was going to bring you the fire starter.
I was worried you were going to bring me the fire starter.
I know. But it's not that bad. It's not that hot. It has a nice tickle on the throat, and it's pineapple too. So the pineapple.
So for people who are new around here, that's your jalapeno.
Well,
habanero.
It's a spicy beer,
yes.
And this particular one has habaneros in it, and pineapple puree, and it's fantastic. It really is.
They always light me up to know. At this point, I only
just a tickle in the throat.
I am, honestly, just an absolute wimp. Like, there's no, well, if it's a little spicy, I can get through it. No, like, I tear up.
The pepper is too much for you.
Sometimes, man. It's odd, because, like, my dad loves hot anything.
Crazy.
Like, for years and years, like, anybody who would go away to, like, I don't know, you're on vacation in Mexico and you find this crazy ass spice or whatever, and they'd bring it back for him, and his kid's just like, no pepper, please. So I am a bit of a shame on the family in that regard. Yeah, I have had one or two, and I am exaggerating a little. Like, some of them, yes, they're hot for me, but they're fine. But I have had one or two that just light me right up, man. It sounds like this one is maybe a little more approachable.
It's way more manageable. It's funny, when we first put it in, first added the peppers, we did 20 habaneros and I think 3 or 4 ghost peppers. So that steps it up.
Oh my God.
But then we drop it in, and then you do some tasting every day. And the first couple of days, it's like, holy shit, this is hot. And usually, the longer you have exposure to it, the worse it gets.
Yes.
It turned out that it wasn't the case this time.
Okay.
So it mellowed out. So it was really nice. And I think the pineapple being there really sort of muted it and balanced out the
Is there any of that one left, or has that been sold out?
So the kegs are now done. And the cans, I think we have less than a case.
Okay, wow. So people are digging it.
Yeah, no, they loved it. And it really was a fantastic beer. So,
and I interrupted you. You were saying that it goes with one of the pizzas.
True, yeah. It was a fire starter pizza, so it's got pineapple, which, for people that don't like pineapple in the pizza, you're just wrong.
The age-old debate roars on, man.
Exactly. Pineapple, pickled habaneros, bacon, a couple of different kinds of cheeses, some arugula on it. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really, really good. And then the other one is a maple pizza, a maple drizzle on it. It's got some sliced apples. What else is good? Oh, gorgonzola cheese.
Oh, wow.
Shit. And bacon too, of course. But you can have it with or without the bacon if you want a vegetarian option. But
that one sounds more Matt's speed.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, they've been super popular.
And both of those are also part of the Canadian Cancer Society.
Exactly. So we're donating $2 from every one of those pizzas to Canadian Cancer Society all month. Yep.
Sounds like a busy month going on over there, Matt.
Yeah, March is pretty good. We're all looking forward to the time when the patio can be opened up, and it doesn't feel like March is going to
Well, no, as we just alluded to a few minutes ago, we've seen just this week 14 degrees and minus 10 degrees.
Back to back, yeah.
Yeah, we've seen snow squalls and, spring weather. I don't know what's happening. I do know that spring means playoff races. Ooh. Your Ottawa Senators are in one. My team is not. Before we get to that, we will crack another beer.
I think you need to crack this beer because your team is struggling.
Struggling is a generous way of laying that out there. I appreciate
good to be
you
on this side of the table this time. Like, honestly.
After
I feel like it's been years of me coming here going, is this the year that Ottawa finally...
We did have 1 year, like 2 ships crossing in the night, where the Sens and the Leafs were both good at the same time. Leafs appear to be at least for now, on the way down. Sens still very much in it. We'll get to that in just a second. But what are we having second here, my man?
Next up is Cruise. So this is a West Coast IPA, and I love my West Coast IPA. So it's crisp, it's clean, it's got a nice little bit of bitterness. It only has Centennial hops in it, but these Centennial hops are so good. They smell and taste like candied grapefruit. It's just so goddamn good. It's a gentle 7%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are actually ramping up as we go.
Well,
the
and
good listener will hear in a moment.
What's interesting right now, we had until the fire started kicked off. We had 15 beers on tap.
Holy crap.
This week. And it's such an incredible, crazy range of beers. Like we have a Kolsch, we have a Pilsner, we have
the alt beer is going on
alt
right
beers
now.
there. Yeah, we have a stout. There's a couple of hazy IPAs. There's a couple of West Coast IPAs. We have a couple of hard seltzers going on. We have a Tripel. We have a Saison. Like the entire rainbow.
Do you normally do
of
seltzers?
beers.
That sounds new to me.
We actually released it right after Christmas this year. We had been playing around with it and just trying it. I had the idea for it for a long time. I actually had the labels done for it last year, and it took me an extra 6 to 8 months to get it out.
Things come up.
Shit happens, exactly. But it's fun, and it's an interesting one. I think it's a little bit boozier than I'd like it to be, and I think the next batch we're going to drop it down. We'll refine it. It's our first try at it, and I think people have liked it and been pretty happy about the fact that we have something that's gluten-free, low calorie, and still kicks you in the pants. So,
were you listening to the show? It's okay. I'm putting you on the spot. It's okay if you say no. Beginning of last summer, we had Matt Scooby on the podcast for the first time.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
okay.
do recall Scooby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's a long time ago, man. I can barely remember half this afternoon.
Honest to God, me too, man. Like the number of episodes we churn out here and whatever else. But I knew ahead of time, Scooby had said, I know what the show's all about and whatever else. He goes, I just want to let you know so you don't go out of your way looking for beers or whatever. He goes, I'm gluten-free, so you probably won't be able to. So I said, well, I know most seltzers are gluten-free. And I picked like the one brand that was not gluten-free. It was like super gluten. This is the most gluten you can cram into one seltzer.
Was that when he was like walking along a train tracks or something?
Oh, that was Scotty MacArthur.
Oh, MacArthur. Okay,
yeah.
okay, different one. But
Matt Scooby. This was actually on the day that Matt Scooby.
Oh, he went to the job in Toronto.
Yeah, like the day his moving van was coming the next day, and for some reason he made time to come do this Gong show. So what a great guy, man. His wife was probably like,
better to do.
Hey, there's some boxes still here to be packed, man. He's sitting over here chatting to me. Yeah, so great guy, but I let him down in a pretty big way there.
I do recall that. So I do listen to the show, obviously.
That's right. I know you check in now and then, and especially when I'm ripping your half full funny you hooked me up with the one. So, yeah, the seltzers are going on. This is the Cruise. You said 7% West Coast IPA.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite beers.
This one feels like one that could be, especially for a West Coast IPA, one that could get you in trouble because it doesn't have that hot, like that bitter. It has a little bit of it, like, but not in that really hoppy way, not in that really strong way. This is a nice. You could cruise through an afternoon on this.
That's it. Exactly.
And have a rough morning.
Right. You absolutely could, but it's fantastic. So I think two of my favorite beers right now, or in general, just for everyday drinking out of the Wanderer, are Pilsner and the Cruise as a little bit more of a flavorful, hoppy West Coast IPA. Both are super clean, super crushable. Like I can drink many of these without issue. Even the coffee IPA is really clean too.
Sure.
Something that's clean makes it easier for me to just plow through.
For better or worse.
Exactly. And some of the other ones we have, like all the other ones, I like drinking all of them, but to different degrees, right?
Sure, of course.
And
These
it's
are
like
your
the blueberry
babies.
pancakes, right? So blueberry pancakes, I'm not going to sit there and drink 6 of them. But there are people that absolutely will destroy that shit. Yeah.
I talk about it every year on the show when that comes up. I don't know if it's in my head, like if you've created this thing for me, or if it's like really right there. But you can taste, it tastes like pancakes. Like it's called blueberry but somehow the pastry feel or flavor or whatever is there. Like you can taste the pancake part of it as well, which is wild.
Yeah.
Man. Like
so we just put we use different kinds of barley. and it sort of imitates the flavor profile that you're thinking of, right?
Yeah.
So a little bit of this bready character, some vanilla and things like that.
Right.
Yeah, a shit ton of blueberry, and of course the maple. And it all sort of just blends together, and it's really thick. It's really, really rich, right?
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's a great one. And as you mentioned a few minutes ago, that one will be out at the WHIPR SNAPR Brewery
I'll sneak
next
some over
week.
to you.
Yeah, no problem there. But I want to make sure the good listener has a chance to get their hand on it as well.
Well, it's a good one. So I was hoping to be able to have it because often when I bring something to you and you air the show, the beer's almost already gone.
Yes. Right? Well, when you have, what did you just say, 15 or 12
15,
on?
Yeah.
You have a lot going on, and some of it's just arriving, and some of it's just finishing up.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, even one of the ones we're going to look at next, the Tripel, we had that for almost a month now, but it's a 9% beer.
Right.
So it's not like we're going to have people destroy that at the brewery, right? So, I mean, you guys aren't there enough. So.
A ride program set up right outside.
That's right.
But let's talk for a minute about your Sens, man, because it has been a year. And almost all year long, with, like any team has, minor dips, the team has played really well and just couldn't get a goddamn save.
So fucking frustrating.
Just couldn't get a save.
Couldn't get a save in the first half of the year, or 2/3 of the year.
Yeah.
The penalty kill was absolutely worse. I was listening to a show on the way over here, and they were talking about the fact that the first 2/3 of the year, 32nd in penalty kill, 32nd in goals against, and save percentage.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not good.
That's not going to work.
It's not going to great. That's not going to be great. So they seem to have turned around. It's like they finally handed it over to Mike Yeo, who had run a top penalty kill in Vancouver for years. It's like, well, let's not talk to him for the first part of the year. Let's give it to somebody else who has no fucking idea what they're doing, and it's garbage.
Well, and I think maybe we're even talking about the same show. It doesn't matter, but I think I'd read that the PK was up to 11th.
So it was the Cheryl Plunder interview this morning.
Okay, so that's not the same one, but it was the same outlet, TSN 1200, where they were they've talked about it here over the last day or two. I think I heard Lloydie talking about it at some point over the last year. Anyway, that the penalty kill just being up to 11th.
11th, yeah.
From 32nd makes a world of difference. Now, as you said, some of that is coaching and the change in the system. Some of that is starting to get a save now and then.
Well, they're up to 8th in save percentage in the last whatever. So, yeah.
So, I'm just curious. Are you, had you written them off and just gone there too far back? They've been as close as 2 or 3 points out. I think as you and I talk, they play tonight, so this will be out of date for the. But I think right now they're 5 out, but they're 5 out. They're in it. They have made this a fight again. Had you given up on them? Where are you now?
No, even when they're constantly losing, I was watching the games. It's like they're playing well.
Yeah.
But there goes the first goal and the first shot.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. 3 goals on 5 shots.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It looked like they were playing well, and they were being destroyed everywhere, like the Reddit forums or whatever. And it's like they didn't look like they were playing that bad. They were controlling the flow of the game. They just could not get a save. So and then Allmark went away on his sabbatical, and whatever that was, and it's tough to have him come back and go, okay, is he going to be able to turn around? Is he going to be able to make a save?
All of a sudden, James Reimer's
signing your Maple Leaf alum, Mr. Reimer there, halfway through the year when it was quite clear. And the fact that they never start Allmark on back-to-backs, but they were giving Marilainen back-to-back constantly. They were starting him
so weird.
10 out of 15 games, but Allmark couldn't get that. The guy that's making 8 1/4, that's just ridiculous. You're putting too much pressure on this rookie goalie who's never done any of it before. It was just crazy.
To be fair, had been pretty good last year.
He was fantastic last year.
And
in a small sample.
100%. Yeah. That's the thing, right?
Yeah, so when you actually get the whole thing lumped on you and the expectations are there, it's a completely different story.
Of course, man. Yeah.
Yeah, just ask Austin Matthews how the expectations were.
No. I don't want to talk about Austin Matthews. I don't want to ask Austin Matthews questions.
Don't worry. Look, he's getting treatments in Germany again.
I'm sure the good listener doesn't even know it. I'm sitting here in an Anaheim Ducks hoodie right now. I'm trying some things on. Where could my fandom take me next?
On the back of that?
It does not have Gudis on the back. The sweater was purchased pre-Gudis. Maybe I'll be.
It's a solid sweater, I gotta say. And do you think
The next time you're in here, I might be in a teal Sharks jersey. I'm trying some things on. Where can I go next? Yeah, like, when my ship goes down,
Schaefer for the Isle?
This is it.
Oh,
Wow.
boy.
I don't know about the Isles. Now, maybe the old Captain Highliner,
unsexy.
90s.
So
yeah, no,
the entire Islanders team is so unsexy, except for the 80s Islanders. But
and now the new kid there, Matthew Schaefer.
yeah, Schaefer.
Yeah, no, it's been cool. I'm curious though, when you like, it's 5 points. Like the Sens record has been terrific for a long time, but it's so hard to make up ground.
Well,
right?
that's the thing.
And just on Tuesday night, we saw another 3-point game for the Bruins and Habs, and the Islanders beat those Leafs you're talking about, and like Columbus wins again. It's so hard. Do you? Like, what's your confidence level that they can finish closing this out? Because they're doing everything they can.
I'm confident they can do it. Like, they're playing so goddamn well.
Yeah.
I feel like they can. I feel like somebody is going to slip up sooner or later, but it just doesn't happen. And they're running out of runway.
Detroit's the one that looks like they're fading.
Detroit looks like they're fading.
Even Montreal, I think, is only 3 points.
Montreal,
inside.
well, so after
they
Montreal
won, I guess,
won that game against Ottawa, and then they dropped, 2 or 3 in that weekend?
Yes.
So it's like, hello, we're back in.
Yep.
And then they won again. But yeah,
it's going to be like this for the rest of the month. Like,
I'm just concerned they're going to be like right up to the last game and finish out fucking like a point out or something like that.
now they got a game against Detroit next week, or is it this week?
Is it back to back or?
I don't think it's a back to back. I think it's just a one off again. But they do have a game against Detroit, and I've been
they
saying
have a game
for
in hand against Detroit.
Yes, they do.
Like so they can catch Detroit. They have to catch at least one team.
I've been saying for a couple of weeks. I think Detroit is that weak lion, right? The one you pick off.
Yeah,
that's kind of falling behind.
The negative goal advantage.
Yeah, and they've got Kopp hurt. They've got Larkin hurt. Like, ask any team to absorb their 2 top centers get injured. It's tough go, right?
It's not good.
At the same time that John
we've
Gibson
lost
came.
Sanderson and Jensen's gone.
Number 1D, and Jensen, that's a tough blow for him. He hadn't been good this year, but it had been a struggle for him coming off that hip thing, and now he's got the knee thing.
Yeah, well, it felt like after the Olympic break, he had actually done decently.
Yes.
And now he's
hurt again. Yeah, so it's a tough goal for that guy. You feel bad for him,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Because he'd also taken a bit of a beating too.
Oh, big time. Yeah. He was the local whipping boy.
This is it.
Sure.
So, no, it's interesting, man, and it's always fun, like, to be this time of year to have races, right? Because there are some years where it's just we know who it is. It's just a question of what order they're going to finish in. We have no idea right now in the East,
it's
especially.
Crazy. I like everybody is winning.
Yes,
everybody's winning. Everybody in the Atlantic would win the Pacific.
Yes,
it's insane.
Well, right now, everyone is saying
Sabres are number 1 in the East.
Yeah, no. What is going on? It's bizarro world, man.
It is bizarro world.
But like right now, as you rightly point out, in Toronto and in New Jersey, it's a disaster. Fire everyone, burn everything down.
Yeah.
They would be in a playoff spot, both teams in the West. It's so weird, man.
So weird.
Some years you just get weird. Utah, I believe, is going to be the wild card team in the Central. There's a chance still that they will cross over to the Pacific and have more points than the team that's first in that. So it's just one of those years, man.
Just crazy,
why don't we try
the
this
last
Tripel? Yeah,
let's go. So this Tripel,
the last Tripel I had was in your advent
Christmas
calendar.
Box. Yeah,
yes.
so at Christmas time,
yeah, buddy,
just making a mess of your your speakers. Sorry. At Christmas time, we made a Tripel. I couldn't.
It was a big boy too.
It was a big boy. It was I think 8.5 or 9%.
Yeah, somewhere right in that neighborhood.
And it had been a while since we had made a Tripel.
It had a little bit of a bubblegum kick to it or something.
So yes.
Yeah.
So I have a guy that's helping me out now, Warren, and he had wanted to do a Tripel a few years ago. He's been hanging around the brewery and working with me forever, and we finally hired him on full time because he got tired of his day job.
As one does.
As one does. And so we did again one for Christmas, and it was brought by one of our friends down to a tasting in the Whitby area, and they had the Dirty Schwa. And there was 24 breweries.
Let's go
there,
to Jenny's.
Completely, nobody had entered a competition or anything. Like it was just random guys bringing different beers from different areas, including places from Belgium. 24 breweries. they rated ours blind tasting as third.
Oh, wow.
Overall. So we're like, well, fuck, that's all right.
Yeah. We should get into the Tripel business.
It's like, exactly. I guess we're a Tripel place now. And then the guy that started International Tripel Day contacted us and said, would you like to participate in Tripel Day? It's like, yeah, sure. So we brewed another one, and Tripel Day is March 3rd, 3/3. And so we pretty much closely, we replicated the Christmas one very closely.
Okay.
We added a little bit more wheat to give a bit more head retention because we found the head retention was a little bit, lacking at Christmas time. But otherwise, it's very, very similar. It does have that big bubblegum sort of banana phenolic flavor
right
to
up front to it. Yeah.
And the more I have it, the more I think of if you have ever had juicy fruit bubblegum.
Yeah. Okay.
It's exactly
I
that.
could see that. Yeah. No, you're right, because juicy fruit was always kind of that yellow banana, and your mind plays little games with you, right? That this is going to taste like that, and
clove, banana, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I just ran out of my clove stout there the other day. You remember I left your place there with a bunch of them, and I got a little precious with them, so I think I bought 6 on the way out, plus whatever had been in the calendar, and I don't waste them. Sometimes you got to make them last, but this is it, man. This is what happens. I'm still sitting on the last couple of anniversary beers.
Yeah.
You get some that you're just like, but I don't know, for whatever reason, the other day I was like, oh, I got to have it now. I'm having that last one.
I can tell when Matt's having a not so great day because he busts open the anniversary 10%er from Nita.
Sometimes that is a give, that Matt's. You know what? Matt needs a little kick.
Are you going to crack one of those for the flag lowering ceremony this year?
Well,
there's no flag.
There's no flag.
No flag. Have they been officially eliminated yet?
That's a good question.
I thought I saw something somewhere.
They might have been.
It has been officially eliminated, but then I was listening to another show saying if they win out, there's a possibility.
Which seems right there. That might be what's coming.
Exactly what's happening, yeah.
I assume the moment they're eliminated, they will start to win out and ruin their
of course,
potential for a draft pick.
Yeah, exactly, because they have to give that to Boston.
Yes. But yeah, the flag doesn't, at least here, and for new listeners who haven't been around, this is, for whatever reason, the thing that...
The best episode of the year.
And the one I think you found us through.
Yeah.
I think for the first time, I always would put up a big leaf flag on the balcony here outside the studio, but not until the playoffs started. Because actually it's against the bylaws here in this building to hang anything out there.
Boring.
And this is it. But the guy who runs the building is also a Leaf fan, so he would look the other way. And the Leafs are never in the goddamn playoffs long enough for there be time for people to complain and have it work its way through the different channels. But I would go out on their inevitable Game 7 first-round loss and take down the flag the night that they lost in the cover of darkness, because I didn't want to give all you smarmy little Sens fans who would be driving by in the morning the pleasure of being able to look up and go, you were eliminated last night. So I would go out in the dark and in a mood, and I would record while I was taking it down and venting my feelings.
I think
the flag doesn't go up till they make the playoffs, and they're not making the playoffs.
Not making the playoffs, no.
I don't think there'll be a flag lowering ceremony because there's no flag raising
flag burning ceremony.
We are getting closer to that kind of territory, I think. Yeah,
tossing it on the ice ceremony
with a thing of waffles and a paper bag over my head or something like that.
Harold Ballard time.
Oh, we are rapidly just cratering towards.
So nice.
This one is interesting.
All is good in the world.
Yeah, when the Sens are.
No, I don't even care about where we are.
I was going to say good. They're decent. Like we talked about it. They may make it. They may not. They are certainly ahead of the Leafs right now. And
the downward spiral is just super satisfying.
And it kind of feels like somebody has put the pedal down on the crashing back to earth. Like we're just going to run right into this. We've only got you for a couple more minutes here. So a little bit about this Tripel. Mm-hmm. At 9%, it does give you that bubblegum thing. It does give you that banana but it's not particularly boozy.
It doesn't have a big alcohol burn. No, for sure. And we actually added some sugars to it. And a lot of the times when you add sugars to something, it dries it out a lot and it adds that sort of alcohol burn. But this we've managed to escape that somehow. I think it's fantastic.
But why is that a style thing?
It's a big time style. So the Tripel is a Belgian style of beer done by the Trappist monks, that kind of thing, for hundreds of years. Adopted by us about 3 months ago. And apparently now we own the category.
Is it. Yeah. Big Tripel guys.
Yeah. So we're taking ourselves super seriously.
Yeah, of course. But like if you get a big IPA or a big stout even or whatever, sometimes it tastes boozy, whereas boozy. This doesn't. Yeah, no. Is that just what goes into it and the way it's brewed?
It typically is. Yeah. I mean, if it dries out and you get it down to nothing, you will taste some of that alcohol burn. This one finished a little bit higher than nothingness. But yeah, it I don't know. It's magic.
Before you suddenly discovered out of nowhere, hey, we're good at Tripels, was it a style you enjoyed, or was it just that this guy who worked for you came and brought it up and said, let's give it a shot?
Yeah, exactly that. And because Christmas, we have to do so many different things.
Yes.
And year after year after year, we have to find different things to do. It's like, well, we haven't done one of these in the Christmas pack, so let's try it.
Yeah.
And we did it. And when we do it, we try and do it right, as much as right as possible that we can do. We're not the best brewery in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but we try. And this we got a really good yeast for. We researched a type of recipe that we thought we'd do and would have a good representation of it. And of course, we put our own little twist on things and said, okay, well, let's make it a little bit interesting. And we added some rye malt to it for a little more spiciness.
Okay.
Which is not a typical thing. And I think it came out really good.
It does.
Yeah. And it's not, there's not rye forward or anything like that.
No,
I'm not going to suggest
but there's a hint of something like...
Exactly. It's got a certain level of complexity.
The word you use, clove, right? Like there's a little something in there.
And a lot of that's the yeast. And the yeast we use is like this Belgian Trappist Abbey yeast. And it's a good one. There are some other ones that are not as good that are quite often used because they're not as expensive. This is a pretty pricey yeast.
It's a premium yeast.
Yeah, so we make this out of the goodness of our hearts because we don't make any money off of it, and
people seem to be enjoying it.
It's fun. It's fun to do these different things, and again, we don't do this year round at all. It's just kind of
you don't do much year round. There's always for people who are new to this show,
more things year round now that.
I still find, man, anytime I open up your website, I'm like,
it's fucking
that's
all
new.
over the map, dude. Yeah. we if we have like 4 or 5 pseudo regular things, that's about the extent of it. Although we are dropping in a few other things like the alt beer.
The alt beer, yeah.
Because we have hit a part of our sort of, I don't know, space that we don't touch. I don't like ambers typically.
Oh, okay.
I'm not an amber guy.
Yeah.
And when I did this long ago, we've made this alt beer for years now, and people complain that we never did an amber beer. And it's like, I fucking hate amber beers. They're boring, they're sweet, and I don't like them.
I think that was your first beer I ever got was your alt beer. I got a keg of it in the fridge out there. That was what brought me into the WHIPR SNAPR.
Yeah, right.
And you're like...
And you're still here.
Yeah, well, and apparently I find out you don't even care for it.
It's funny. I don't care for it, and people know that I don't care for ambers. But this is an amber lager. So we use a Kolsch-style yeast, so it dries it out a little bit and drops that sweetness down just enough so that the caramel's there, the amber side of it is there, but it doesn't sit there and, coat your mouth with all this sickeningly sweet fucking...
What's stuff that some people like?
I know they do. A lot of people like it.
Yeah.
A lot of people like it because we've gone through 1,200
Do you like a red?
Already
like I know there's a difference between an amber and a red. Do you like a red? No.
I don't hate a red.
Okay.
I don't love a red.
No.
But again, I'm not a big malty guy.
Okay.
So, although I do like stouts.
Yes.
But that's not malty. That's more the coffee, the coffee chocolate type of things.
Yeah. We got to get you out of here. So give us a speed run here on everything as we wrap up. You want people to know that's going on around the brewery, things coming up, things you want people to try, things that might be interesting. Hit us with whatever you think you want to wrap up on.
I mean, we're always doing crazy stuff all the time. But this month we're focused on our fundraising for the Canadian Cancer Society. We have our Blueberry Pancakes Day on March 28th. Book your table. I think we have sittings at 9:30, 11, and 1. The 11's already sold out.
Oh, wow.
So we got a couple there.
Yeah.
And then, we're fundraising all month with pizzas and beers. And we have lots of different things coming out. As usual, we have 15 beers on tap, like you said. And I can't even remember what we got going on sometimes.
But as of
Most
next
important,
week,
the Leafs suck.
Well, that's not the most important. It's pretty accurate. It's not the most important.
Sorry, I had to get it.
Yeah, one more time on the way at it. And I was going to be nice and say something about next week, the blueberry pancake coming out, but now I'm not going to say it. So
I might not bring it.
Shit. Touche, sir. We'll wrap this one up here. Coming up later to wind down the week, our buddy Steve Bunda makes his return.
Bunda.
Yeah, he's got some things on his mind, and we'll get into all of that on the next episode of Talk and Audio. Thanks for doing this, man. Always appreciate it when you come in. I know it was a busy day for you, and you made the time for us. Thanks, man.
I love it.
We'll wrap it up here. For Ian McMartin of the WHIPR SNAPR Brewing Company, my name is Matt Robinson. Everything we've talked about will be in the show notes at talkandaudio.com or in your podcast app. And really, you can just visit the WHIPR SNAPR Brewing Company, which, again, at the risk of not having to spell it all out here, we'll just link to it.
Just link to it.
We'll just link to it.
And
check it out for yourself.
Menu will change
This is it.
every day.
We'll catch you all on the next one.